cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
I'd find a dead fetus and bathe in its amniotic fluid.
Well, that was boring as hell. What's up, wrestling fans? It's Monday night, August 2nd, 2021, and it's safe to say things are definitely back to the way they were. After John Cena's exciting sort of return, WWE is back to their old boring selves. Right back to the same old thing. This is embarrassing on many levels to me. I would not be watching this show anymore if I didn't do this show. I almost didn't come on tonight. I'll be honest. I almost... You know, it's weird because on a Wednesday night, no matter what's going on... And listen, I have loved WWE. You know this story, but I'm going to say it real quickly again because it's important to say here. I have loved WWE since 1987... 1988, maybe. I always forget which year it was, but whatever. WrestleMania 5. I've been locked in on this show since then. And that fan is way too loud, I'm just realizing now. I've been locked in on this show. And, you know, it's one of those things where I never rooted for any other company outside of WWE. I never rooted for ECW to take over WWF. I never rooted for WCW to take over WWF. In fact, sometimes I hated WCW and wished they would die. You know, I was a WWF guy. But no matter what's going on in my life, whether it's something bad in my life, whether I'm tired, whatever the case is, I know that AEW on a Wednesday night usually is going to make me feel better or at least take my mind off of it. And because this isn't a pity party what I'm about to say. I'm just trying to keep it real as I can. And my point in what I'm saying here is I've obviously got some extreme mental issues. And they're getting worse every year. And when I have a mental, like a day like today, which I was out all day doing stuff for my, working for my family and transporting some stuff and some other things, and it's just a bad day, and I couldn't get organized in my head. I have extreme ADD. I could not pick a thing to do before I left to do this work I needed to help my family out with, and after that I just couldn't pick anything to do. I was all over the place. But when I'm feeling bad and feeling down, or when I'm confused in the head, or massive depression, or bipolar, whatever it is that's wrong with me, I don't know. AEW normally pulls me out of that into like, oh, I know exactly what I feel. I'm thinking about what I'm seeing on TV is exciting or bad or good or whatever it is. But what I noticed is there's only been a few times, maybe twice, maybe 2 times ever, that AEW was just like a cruise control, boring thing, sort of, where I kind of went, okay, I watched tonight. It went by fast, at least, but there's only been a few of those times. But this is Raw time number 900 for this. It's like this is time number 900. And I've got to turn this fan off. It's driving me. All I can hear is the fucking fan. One thing goes wrong, I can't stand when a fan is doing that. So, there we go. Fans away. All right, so, yeah, I'm scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. And a show can focus me. It can really make me focus, especially when I'm in this territory right now. I don't know why it is. Maybe there's a doctor out there that understands ADD and these things that go on in people's minds, but I am all over the place mentally right now. And this show did nothing to help me whatsoever. This show did nothing to help me. This show really made me worse. I was just a mess watching this show. I was all over the place. I was freaking out. I should get some exercise. I lifted about 1 million things today and then drove it across the state and then lifted it again. Like, I got a bunch of exercise today, villain. I got too much exercise, probably. AEW is fun, exciting, even when it's stupid. And tonight, WWE, man, this was just, wow. I mean, is the show on repeat? Are we really going to watch things on repeat again for the 1,000,000th time? Are we going to watch things on repeat for the 1,000,000th time? We've seen these matches already before. Like 1,000,000 times we've seen these matches. But here we go. We got to watch them again for some reason. I mean, dude, it's like the slowest build every time. Here's the 50-50 booking to go nowhere. They don't care. Where's the background stories, the backstage stories? Where's the backstage events? Where are the skits? Where's some of the comedy? Where's good promos? Nothing. Do we get nothing? Why is my goddamn friggin' piece of shit YouTube TV not playing? There we go. Jesus Christ. So it's like, dude, this show is just... And Byron Saxon sucks. Please, shut him the hell up. Somebody shut him up. Physically shut Byron Saxon the hell up. He is a fucking AIDS patient on the mic. He is AIDS. Byron Saxon is AIDS on the mic. What did he say tonight in that main event? Oh, do you believe in miracles? Like, it's like they haven't mocked that Al Michaels call before. But do you believe in miracles because he beat Charlotte or she pinned Charlotte? Just awful. I hate this man. I hate Byron Saxon. I hate him at this point. I actually hate this man. I want to stomp his feet and watch his toes turn black and blue. – That's what I want to do. Well, Bobby Lashley comes in the ring. They do a good job of, basically nobody really knows. Or at least I wasn't sure if we were going to see Goldberg at this moment. But I guess a lot of people said, like, no, dude, he's here. Like, he was advertised to be here. Well, I forgot. And apparently, I wasn't the only one who forgot. Apparently, this guy in the front row also forgot. Because take a look at this guy. Oh. Let me just get him over here. Apparently, this guy also didn't know that Goldberg was going to be there. So, this guy just... Oh! Is like, activate 7 chins. Like, he just... Oh! He looks like if Rick Moranis ate the whole donut shop for a week. That guy in the front row absolutely loses his mind. Like, I mean, that is... Everybody else is, like, excited or like, here he comes. Or like, there's Goldberg. Or, oh. Like, the rest of the guy. But he's like, ah! Like, that guy was, like, just fucking, like, losing his goddamn mind. That guy was freaking out. That guy was having, like, a come to Jesus meeting with a donut shop in his belly. Like, he was really losing it. That guy, a lot of casual fans there tonight. Remember when Chicago used to be home of the Chicago badass wrestling fans? Now it's just the casuals. It used to be like 70% like hardcore fans and 30% casuals. Chicago. Now it's the opposite. Now it's 70% casual and 30% hardcore fans. You heard the hardcore fans tonight in the background. CM Punk, Bray Wyatt, like all these weird chants, but they were like way off in the distance. And it was mostly just the casual fans. Or like and two different types of casual fans, I might add. We're talking about the current casual fans of the last 10 years, right? The casuals of the last 10 years, newer fans now or last 10 years, casuals. Or the long-term WWE fans from like people that used to watch, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior back in the day, and maybe they stopped watching, but now they have kids, so now they want to go to the shows, even though they don't really know 100% of what's going on now as much, but they just want to go to have a good time. So those are the two casual audiences, and those are the ones that were predominantly there tonight. Now, when you're watching the broadcast, you may have noticed the piped-in cheers, which also happened. Which I thought everybody started commenting on this, and I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. I heard Michael Cole's voice, and what it was him introducing, I believe, Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair, right? Or it was Cena or something like, he said something like 14-time world champion or 16-time champion. So it sounded like to me that they just messed up on the edit. They wanted the pop sound, and here's the pipe in.
After his late mother, strong emotions going into the ring tonight.
Well, now I know McIntyre is not.
You can hear a 16-time champion bleed over. Now, the conspiracy theorists out there are like, you got caught red-handed, WWE, with your piped-in noise or whatever the case is. It doesn't mean that somebody wasn't in the back truck running an audio thing by accident or running a clip by accident or something bled over. It's not 100% concrete proof that they were piping in noise, but that's pretty, we're pretty sure they do it. So that is not a good look, but it's an accident that could happen at any point. So we can't definitively say that that's them 100% piping it in, but it doesn't look good. And we've heard a lot of other people saying it's been piped in as well. So, take it how you want. But it seems pretty piped in to me. Or at least there are definitely times where they are piping it in. Just was that an actual pipe in, or was that just a mistake? I can understand really either one, so it's, I don't know. It's tough to say is my point, I guess. So we'll see. But going back real quickly to the donos, let me just hear from what's going on.
What a shit show. Same matches week in week out. You're in fucking Chicago, do something noteworthy.
Right?
I'm glad I didn't drive 2 hours go to this mess. I'm gonna watch old school Raws instead of live Raws.
Why wouldn't they do something? Alexa's sweet ass. Why wouldn't they do something? You know what I wish I could do? I wish I worked for the company and I could hear their plans for the show. Basically they give me the script of exactly what they were going to do. And then I can be like, okay, that's a great outline. Great idea, great outline. Here's how we're going to change it. You know what I mean? And then I would change it. I would add to it. So you still get to do what they want to do, but we're going to make it more exciting. Now, Charlotte and Ms. Superhero, did they have the best match of the night? And I'm honestly asking this. Who do you think had the best match of the night tonight? I thought Charlotte and, Nikki Ash had a, it was all right. That was an all right little match. Goldberg came out, had one of his, I think, better promos that Goldberg's had. He's had so many bad promos, awkward promos, botch promos. He looked the best. He has. I'm trying to be, let me throw the positives out. Goldberg looked probably the best that he's looked since I've seen him return, right? In the last 4 years or whatever it's been. He looked the best. He looked good with the weird sweatshirt cutoff. I mean, listen, you can be a douchebag idiot with a cutoff t-shirt, but Goldberg takes it to a whole new level by cutting the sleeves off a sweatshirt. I mean, you can be a real piece of garbage shit by cutting the sleeves off of a shirt so you can see someone's dumb tattoo that they have on their arm that's not barbed wire. It's not real. And then there are the people that buy thin sweatshirts and cut the sleeves off of them for whatever reason. But it looks kind of cool, I got to be honest. So, this looks pretty cool. I'll be honest. Maybe I can't decide if it's complete douchebag or cool, but whatever. At least I'm admitting I don't know. But, so he either looks really cool or like a just a dire fucking I'm trying to say dire wolf is the word I'm looking for. Like a dire wolf looking for cock. That's what he looks like. It's a dire wolf looking for cock. That's what Goldberg looks like right here. Look at him. He smells it. He's just missing that yarmulke. So, Mr. Direwolf, he looks pretty good. He does his little, boom, boom, does his big kick, and he gets his leg up bigger than he's gotten it up recently, and, he doesn't stumble at all. He really looks like he's Goldberg, kind of. So, I'm like, okay, cool, because I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready for him to fall over, ready to laugh. And then he hugs his kid, who, after he hugs his kid, the kid then looks around like I'm out of breath from how anxiety I have from being on camera, because I don't want to be on camera, and I hate this, Dad, but for some reason you want to look awesome in front of me, so I have to pretend like I'm cool with this, but I have full-on anxiety right now, Dad. And also, Dad, I need to tell you that I'm into men, and I'm afraid to do that. So it's gonna be an awkward hug, and here it comes, and there it was. And so, by the way, that is the son that with the shirt off that everybody made kind of fun of or whatever, which was mean, And I like Goldberg's kid. I think his kid was cool. He's not like Mysterio's kid, but he's awkward. He did pretty good though, kind of pretty good. He could have messed up, could have laughed, could have acted weirder, could have dropped an N-bomb into the microphone like that Lonzo Ball kid or whatever the hell. Didn't do that. Luckily, didn't say the N-word. That's good. Beat that N-word's ass. What did the Lonzo Ball guy say? I don't remember what he said. He said something like that. But hey, at least he didn't say anything racist. That's cool. He also didn't, make any weird, white power symbol gestures like John Cena did last week. Obviously got to investigate him. Ku Klux Klan, no doubt about it, for John Cena. And obviously part of the Proud Boys, John Cena, with that little OK symbol. White supremacist, clearly. Goldberg, though, and his son, no weird Hitler homages. That's good. But Goldberg then gets into the ring, and he looks Bobby Lashley in the eyes, and I don't remember everything he said, really, but he seemed pretty confident as he chewed on his gum, like, I'll get in your face. He said stuff like this as the people chanted for him.
But, high-level athlete, you question yourself. You're a gladiator.
You're a gladiator.
Show weakness. I
actually like this. It's like he forgot what he was going to say right there. So Goldberg goes, so! Oh, fuck, what was I going to fucking... So he walked away for a second to, like, remember what he was going to say. Looks like he's going to fucking... Looks like he's going to be in season 5 of Cobra Kai with that fucking sweatshirt.
You think you're up for the challenge? Because the first time you saw me walking down that ramp, you thought I was your victim. You thought I was the next gladiator.
Fans are chanting, "We want Wyatt," by the way.
Walking down to your Coliseum. Well, guess what, Lashley? This ain't your Coliseum. This is Chicago.
Good job by Goldberg saying Chicago to get the Wyatt chants to stop. So anyway, bottom line is that is one of the better Goldberg promos of since he returned, right? Because he's usually sucks. It's usually nothing and he sucks. And it was a little bit of that, but I kind of liked it. I sort of liked it. I kind of liked Goldberg's little promo. It was not bad for Goldberg. I liked it. Whatever. It was okay. This was the better thing of the night, I guess, if you had to pick something good about the night. Like, this was all right, People were cheering for Lashley a little bit. It also doesn't make Goldberg look too good because, like, people like again, his son, dude, Goldberg's son is my son, Gavin. He reminds me of Gavin, dude, if I had to go fist bump him and he knew he was on camera and the kid's like, did anybody catch Goldberg's son as they fist bumped? They fist bumped, and the kid has so much anxiety about the fact that he's on TV. He's just like, oh my God, this is awkward, Dad. Oh my God, I don't want to be on TV, Dad. Oh my God, this is weird. Like I could feel like I felt the anxiety transitioning into my brain as Goldberg fist bumped his son. I could feel his son's anxiety run through my bones. It was just like very uncomfortable feeling watching Goldberg's kid. Like this kid is like, oh no, like I have to do this. He closes his eyes. He closes his eyes for like a long time. Like, a long time. His eyes remain closed for a long time. Like, I'm gonna throw up. Like, it's... Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. His eyes are closed for so long. Hilarious. I actually like Goldberg's kid, and I like Goldberg. And I'm glad they're getting these moments together that they can, you know what I mean? Like, frame up, take a picture, put it on the wall. Like, this is me and Dad. That's cool. I like that. I do. But the kid's, he's a little, he's like, you can tell he's not comfortable with being involved in this. But for somebody seemingly so uncomfortable, his son did a really good job, though, of keeping it together when Lashley got in his face. But what's weird is Goldberg's son has the same look on his face when Goldberg comes and gives him a high five that he has when Bobby Lashley gets in his face. He's got the same dead-eye look in his face. You know what I'm saying? A little school shootery, I'll be honest. That same deadpan face of, like that expression didn't change when he was dealing with Goldberg and he was dealing with Lashley. Like when Goldberg walked out of the ring, walk out and give his son a high five, his son should have been like, hell yeah, Dad. Hell yeah, Dad. Boom. Like, give me the fist bump. Hell yeah, Dad. Let's go. Let's go, Dad. And then when Lashley gets over to him, he's like, what? Like, he should look scared, like, oh, shit. That way Goldberg, but he's not an actor or whatever. He's not in, I don't know if I don't know if they just threw him out there and were like, just, this is what's going to happen. Just try to, act like, react to it. Is that what they did? They just threw him out there and were like, oh, whatever. You just, whatever happens, figure it out. Which is, I don't know. That's okay. He's not an actor. He's not a wrestler, But he did a good job because it could have been a lot worse. It could have been like he could have laughed. He could have flinched in a weird way. So, it wasn't that bad. And they did a good job of sort of, anyway, whatever. He did all right for, having to stand there and just take it. But, MVP kept looking to his left, too, thinking like Goldberg's coming, and it kind of ruined some of it. He just kept being like, because the crowd kept like popping for little things here or there or reacting, and MVP kept being like, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do to your dad. What we're going to do to your dad is we're gonna take him out and we're going to beat his ass, and then you ain't going to recognize your dad no more, and then you ain't going to recognize what happens he just kept looking to see if is that Pop Goldberg coming? Is that Pop Goldberg coming? So it was like 3 false ones, and then Goldberg showed up. So then there was a pop, again, a bigger pop for him showing up. So there was fake pop, fake pop, fake pop, real pop, he's there, and then real pop as the spear happens. So 5 pops. And MVP kept getting fucking fooled by that. So he's like, let me tell you something about what we're going to do to your dad, man. We're going to do something crazy to him. We're going to destroy him. We're going to rip his head off. We're going to knock him out in front of you. And he just kept looking every pop, and it wasn't there. And then finally, like, here comes Goldberg. And he goes, and then he looks, and Goldberg's nowhere near him. And then he has to look back to the kid. And then he has to look again, like, oh, I did see him. It's like the worst timing thing. But whatever. Whatever. It's one of Goldberg's better. I think one of Goldberg's better moments. And even when this is going down, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Goldberg. Oh my God, Goldberg just wants to be this. It's like this. I think this guy jerks off to the idea that like his kid gets robbed in a parking lot so he can save him or something. He so badly wants to be like, look, son, I'm a superhero, like, or something. Like, it's so weird. I don't know. I can't hold it in anymore. I was trying to be nice, but I'm going to freak out. He just badly wants to be this, like, I saved my son, you son of a bitch. Like, I love my kid. Watch me kiss my kid's naked chest. Like, what is with guys like, listen, I love Tom Brady, but it's like when he kisses his kid in the lips, like, for 10 minutes. I want to come back to WWE, but only if I can be sexy in front of my boy. I'll come back to WWE, but only if my boy can see me oiled up, beating somebody's ass in the ring. See, son? See how big daddy is? Like, look at this, bro. This is a weird obsession Goldberg has about, like, looking badass in front of his kid. I don't know what's going on here, but that is totally what it's all about, dude. There's something weird divorced dad trying to overdo it. Is he divorced? Are you serious? Something's going on. You look at the kids in back. The kid's like, oh, fuck, I don't even care. I want to go home and fucking play baseball or whatever the fuck with my dogs or something like that. Oh, I can't stand being here anymore. Oh, please let me go home. Like, I just want to go home. Oh, I wish I should have listened to Mom. He is a psycho. You know, with Goldberg's like, we gotta. I don't know. It's just whatever. Anyway, but for Goldberg, it was one of the best openings, I thought. One of the better, I would say top 3 Goldberg promos of his return. You know, which is, for Goldberg, this was a 7 out of 10. You know, or 7 or 8 out of 10. But for a regular person, this was like 5 out of 10. Right? So, you know, do whatever you want with that. Then we get the weird stuff with Drew McIntyre with a sword, where the sword is clearly a penis. And then they have some weird standoff with the chairs and the sword, and he hacks a chair out of someone's hand, and the other guys are there, and he teases them with a big sword. This is great for children, no doubt about a kid watching this at 5 or 6. You know, they'll never forget seeing Drew McIntyre with that big shiny sword. So this is a great kids moment, I guess. Goldberg's situation is kind of like that too. Big dad protecting son moment. It's another kid moment. So for adults, we've had about nothing so far. But for kids, they got to see the big shiny sword, which is pretty cool if you're like below the age of 9. So good for the 9-year-olds and under, I guess, if they're even watching, which they really aren't. So whatever. Drew McIntyre gets a pretty good little, you know, cheer. My screen is, there it is. Okay, then we get this match with Nia Jax. We'll talk about this in a second. Let me go back to the donations. If you guys want to donate, the link is down below. Feel free to do it tonight. We don't have Jake here, so I'm just going to be ranting and rambling off all night. So if you guys want to trigger me into some comments or opinions or whatever the hell you guys want to do, drop it in the Superchats or down below with the Streamlabs or Stream Elements, whatever you want to do. Feel free to drop something down there, and we'll talk about it. And that being said, also thanks to everybody who re-signed up on Patreon. Thank you guys for that. And more to come this week, and my podcast is going to be hitting this week as well. And blah, 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 blah. Let's play a donation. Shit bomb!
You become a shit bomb.
No comment on Raw. Sucks eggs.
Basically, Ryan the heel, I don't blame you. I don't know how anybody could watch this show. I was pretty bored. I mean, the Chicago fans were, you know, a little interesting, but again, they were super dead. You know, for a Chicago crowd, this just felt like a packed house in, I don't know, maybe New York or something, maybe?
We got a new member. Yes.
Texas?
Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh, my God, I'm hard for the new member.
Okay, that's Luis Urdaneda. Thank you for the month subscription. Hey, and thank you also to everybody who's been hitting the little the thanks buttons on my videos now that we've unlocked the thankses, so you can donate on videos that have been uploaded.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you have positive HIV. I have a funny story to tell. A woman was thrown out of the cafe for breastfeeding in public.
Ooh.
I thought this was terrible. Joe, do you approve with breastfeeding in public? Yeah, come up here, I'm starving.
As long as it's done, like, you know, you're not just being it's not gross. It's actually beautiful life and stuff. But when everybody's out at a restaurant, you probably don't want to just be like, here you go. You know, maybe hide that a little bit. As long as you're like sort of like keeping it somewhat like whatever, I don't care. I don't give a crap. I think it's great. Feed your kid, man. Mothers feed your kids. You know, I think it's fine. Unless you're just gross, like about
Duncachino?
Don't mind if I do.
What's my name?
Duncachino.
It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Well, I am glad I didn't waste my money for tonight Raw. You will take over in Chicago as the WWE doesn't care about one of the greatest wrestling fans.
Yeah, well, you're no doubt about that, Brian Owens. Good call, Knock Owen. And Brian, thanks for being a producer, man. I don't know. I think everybody should be slapped who goes to these live shows. What is wrong with you? But yeah, kids got to eat, man. Babies got to eat. You know, feel free to feed them. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, maybe don't. It's funny because you know what's really funny about that. Speaking, make it political in a minute, but Jesus, you know what's funny about that is a lot of the right wing people, they want to save all the children so they're not aborted, and the left wing people want to kill babies. So what's funny is when the baby is born, though, and a woman is breastfeeding in public sometimes, a lot of times it's the Republicans who are angry that you're breastfeeding a baby in public. So the Republicans get really angry if you feed life to the baby, but they get really angry if you kill the early stages of the life. But the left-wing people love killing the life, but then love feeding the thing with your breast in public. It's so bizarre. Aren't left-wing and right-wing people just fucking crazy? I think so. What was that donation? It didn't play. Brian Owens. Thank you, Brian Owens. H. Adams says, on Raw I saw, ooh, that's why it didn't play. I can't play that. A black something, T-Pain, a bleeding Samoan cow, a robot bitch with, I can't even read this. This is horrible, H. Adams. Jesus. Here comes Alexis
I
Sweet
remember
ass.
I used to get excited for WrestleMania SummerSlam builds. These last 5 years of builds have sucked ass. On paper SummerSlam is a good card, but they can't get you excited anymore. Joe, remember the old school Mania theme? That pumped me up.
Wait a minute. Listen, I got pumped up for that stuff too. There's no doubt about it. On paper, SummerSlam is a good card, but they can't get you excited. Yeah, remember the old school Mania? Yeah, the Mania theme, fucking you were like, let's go! Oh my God, it's here, WrestleMania! You were like, it was like a different world. And listen, it was pretty cartoonish back then. And quite honestly, like, you know, if we had to go back and experience a year of wrestling, show.
Stop punching my cock! That's all I got! Stop punching my cock! Stop punching my cock! Oh my God! Stop punching my log! Oh my God! Stop punching my cock! Oh my God! Stop it!
Raw is shit every week, just plain old shit. I'm over it. Oh, and what happened to Nia? I missed it. Someone should have told her to wipe the period blood off of her face. LOL.
Nia Jax was trying to eat some female in the locker room. Shell, thank you. That is the largest donation of the stream from Shell. Thank you, Shell. Yeah, so I watched it again, and it looks like the cut did take place right after they came back from the commercial break. And it looked like it was a punch. So I think what happened is Rhea Ripley needs to cut her nails, because she hit Nia Jax in the side of the head with these shots, and one of them I noticed her hand was kind of open like this, and she hit her and she reacted, and I'm assuming that sort of open-handed strike, because her hand was flat almost, and I said, what the hell kind of punch was that? So, which, thank God she didn't hit her in the eye. That would have been really bad. So I thought maybe she had a ring on, or her, it could be that her wrist thing with the little things caught her, but I think it was a fingernail based on Rhea Ripley's weird looking mangled fingers. So that ripped some kind of cut open here on the side of the head right around here, which is pumping blood right here. So I think it's sharp nails. And it was just such a weird way to get cut that bad. Like, it was so bad. You would think, I don't know, man, Nia just started leaking like crazy. It actually added to the match. It added to the match as blood typically tends to do. The match was not exciting. Nia was so slow. in the match. And when she got busted open, it added this new element to it of, oh my God, she's really bleeding now and really bleeding now. And it was very nice to see. I thought it made the match better. So because of the blood, the match, instead of being a 4 out of 10, was like a 6 out of 10 or something. So, you know, that was interesting. Now we've got beef with Nia and the other girl. I don't even remember her name anymore. Shayna Baszler. I don't even remember. I don't even care. Like, I just don't even care about this shit. You know, then we have this tag match with Mustafa. Oh my God, just an absolute annihilation of a clothesline outside the ring, by the way, which is great to hear. Listen,
As impressive as they both can be physically, are still looking.
it's outside the ring and it's just crazy. Here it comes.
On, so to speak, to really carve out a niche for themselves. Oh my goodness! Tag team division. Good God, man! Ali completely wiped out on the.
And Byron Saxton ruins it. Please fire Byron Saxton. Or don't fire him. Just don't have him on commentary. He's better in the back. Please stop it. He ruins everything. Every time he talks, it drives me nuts. The MMA guy is all right. He's the best on the team, no doubt about it. Corey Graves is. I like Corey Graves. I think he should work for WWE, but I just don't like him that much on the announce team. But I certainly don't like Byron Saxton. Is he trash ass? Just friggin' awful. He sucks. Like, he sucks. This match happens. Pretty good stuff from Mustafa. And what the hell's the other guy's name? Oh, God. What's his name? Oh, man, it's something. What the hell's his name? People actually are cheering for these guys. Oh, Mansoor is his name. Mansoor.
Falling back in was pushed out of the ring by Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa and Ali, you know, people like him. Mansoor and they, I don't know. I weirdly like these guys in a way. That happened. It was garbage. Didn't care really. They were sort of exciting. Everything was good if it was like that was the opening match. Like, so much stuff tonight was like, okay, that's good if that's the lower mid-card match. If that's the lower mid-card fun little match thing that happens, or the mid-card thing that happens, then fine. But the problem is, it's like all night long with all the segments. Charlotte comes out, cuts a somewhat all-right-ish robot promo, I guess. No, not really. It's horrible. Says Becky's not here, you idiots, or whatever. That's stupid. It's just we continue here. So far, Raw has given me nothing to care about at all. I hate it. Something happens with RK Bro Guy. I don't watch it. They, again, remind us of Bad Bunny with Damian Cross, Priest, Sandow. He's kind of cool guy. Roman Reigns here. Face cool guy. Roman Reigns, as he's always been. Diesel, same character as all these guys. He was all right here. The Miz, generic. The only thing I liked in this scene at all was Johnny Drip Drip. All the goofy things that Drip Drip said. Do you want to get it on with Wet Daddy? Dude, what the fuck, bro? Do you want to get it on with Wet Daddy? Dude, I love this guy. This is so cringy at this point that I love him. I love Johnny Drip Drip. But they have no faces or heels to go off of. Damian Priest, unfortunately, can't quite get over here because the more interesting person is Johnny Morrison, Johnny Drip Drip, Wet Daddy himself. Like, dude, at some point, like, he's going to be like, yo, you want to sample my wetsicle? And someone's going to be like, yo, what the hell does that mean? You know what it means, baby. My wetsicle. Yo, I don't think you can say that on TV. Well, I just did. And it just melted. And then, like, look down at it. Like, what the hell? What does that mean? Does that mean you just... Yep. Like, I mean, it's just weird stuff. But I like him. So he's the most entertaining thing Unfortunately for Damian Priest. Damian Priest is just the straight guy, and I don't mean sexually, I mean straight as in like he's just like, all right, I'm going to beat your face in. Let's just do that. I was going to kick someone else's ass, but instead, I'm going to beat yours right now. How about that? Oh, Wet Daddy don't like that. Johnny Drip Drip don't like that. Like, that stuff is funny. You're actually, Damian Priest actually comes off as Sergeant Slaughter. This is D-Generation X. Light, I might add. Light D-Generation X. This is DX Light. And Damian Priest, who's supposed to be the cool guy, the good guy, the whatever, comes off to me like Sergeant Slaughter with D-Generation X. You two pukes are going to start listening to the rules. Okay, Sarge, we'll start listening. Suck it. Like, I mean, dude, that's like this is sort of like that on a very crappy level. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So I just want I just want to see John Morrison. That's all. He's now, this is the most interesting John Morrison has ever been in WWE, in my opinion. Now, he still needs to get the matches and have these matches. Like he did with Prince Puma. What the hell's his name now? I don't know. I think I have brain damage, guys. I can't even remember. My short-term memory of the last 3 years is dead, apparently. Prince Puma likes to smell his butt. Somebody tell me his name, because I don't even. I do the show every week, and I don't remember people's names. Like, I legit can't remember people's names. Like, I mean, I may have brain damage. You know? Moist Daddy. Moistapalooza. Moistamania. Wet Daddy. Ricochet. Thank you, Ryan the Heel. Ricochet. Jesus. Something's wrong with me, guys. Like, this is not a joke. I can't dial up names that I've been watching every week. I want to see him in Ricochet again, but whatever. So now Johnny Drip Daddy has the match with Damian Priest, and it really, the Miz is outside freaking out. We see basically just gets destroyed just so Sheamus can come out. So it's like I want more of Johnny Drip, but now Sheamus is out there, and here comes Ricochet. And we're probably going to get a tag team match next week with like Ricochet and Damian Priest versus Sheamus and John Morrison. At this point, I would completely flip the script and have The Miz be the cheerleader for Johnny Drip and turn John Morrison into a good guy and have him just cut constant promos about this cringy wetness stuff and acting weird and take it to another level at this point. That's what I would do if I'm WWE, because they got something going on here. But whatever. I don't know. I don't think that that's going to work out too well. None of this is working out too well so far as we're watching Raw here tonight. So we get the tag team match where they split it off, and I don't care. Who cares at all? Then Amos comes out and takes on Barefoot McGee, which was kind of sort of interesting a little bit. Shit bomb. Now we'll go to the donations.
What the fuck did I see last night on your Twitter? Crystal looking like she's has the hardest nipples. They look like small rocks under there. Also, as well, Tomic 2010 ain't hitting that, but I bet he raped her at least 4 times. Raw 4/10.
Yeah, he's definitely molested her live on video. We've all seen him molesting her. But I mean, when you have your nipples out like she does all over the place, he posted that picture on his TikTok or something, and I posted it on Twitter. So when you have your nips out like that, you know, I mean, listen, you're looking to get a little molested, aren't you, JD Venom? So my guess is she wants to be molested.
Share the last 2 Botch Club posts, trust me.
Woo!
Also everyone follow at the Wrestle Daily.
Guys, do us a favor and follow Botch Club and the Wrestle Daily on Instagram and on TikTok, because every day gems are posted on these 2 channels. And not only that, but especially after events. Like, you may have missed the botches. They didn't. They got them all on Botch Club and the Wrestle Daily. So check them out. And we'll check those posts out in just a little bit, too, and we'll see what the buzz is all about over there. That gets me wet. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Shout out to Botch Club for supporting the show, as always.
You become
a
shitball.
Mr. Z Freeze.
The Ball Family and Miz segment on Raw the 27th of June 2017, the best segment in the modern era, #beat Hatton word ass.
The Ball Family. Oh, yes, that was crazy, dude. I mean, listen, he was just speaking like, you know, he probably speaks at home, you know. Beat that ass. You know, and he said the N-word, though, but WWE had to apologize
my
about
black
it.
anaconda dick, that smelly superhero bitch is the only hoe who would give Mikal some pussy. He you ever seen a tard have a tardgasm?
Whoa. AJ Adams.
I ate your cum, and it threw me over the border.
Oh. AJ Adams, thank you so much for the $3, brother. God damn, man. Thank you for the dono. We're going to get to those Botch Club clips in a minute, but just going back to Raw, so, you know, the Barefoot McGee takes on Amos. This will piss off Jake. Had Jake watch this show, he would freak out. Amos just throwing RK Bro all over the place. Matt Riddle. I remembered his name, thank God. I actually remembered Matt Riddle's name. I almost didn't. Almost off the rope, and he knocks Riddle off the side apron. Almost looked insane running off the ropes. Did you guys see him? Dude, one of those rope snaps almost is going flying. Dude, he hit those ropes with authority, and it looked awesome. And this is the best Almost has looked. I call him Almost. Big clothesline on Matt Riddle, just these big power moves. Every time Riddle started to mount a comeback or an offense or whatever, and finally just picks him up and just choke slams him down onto the canvas. Almost just beats the shit out of him. Just huge. I don't know why they did this. I hope it's going somewhere. Why did you want Matt Riddle to get in the ring with this guy and just be destroyed by him? It could have been anybody else in there with him. I don't understand that. That if Matt Riddle is going to lose to Amos in a match, it should be on a pay-per-view. It should be in a pay-per-view situation or in a big event situation. He shouldn't be just on Raw losing to Amos like that. I don't believe it. You know what I mean? And yeah, basically, Alex, what I like to do is instead of reading my notes, which I have, I have very few notes here. Instead of reading my notes, what I like to do is I like to sort of like rewatch it and skip through the video, because then it reminds me exactly what I watched. Like if I don't actually watch some of it while I'm talking about it, I don't remember all the details exactly when it's raw. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm looking at it. I always do that when I'm solo now, because it's so much easier to remember everything. Otherwise, I forget and I leave tons of shit out. I actually do it when Jake's on the show too, but I kind of watch it while he's talking. It's just to remind myself of what I saw. You know, then Keith Lee has his 50-50 match with Karrion Kross. So Karrion Kross comes in. He loses to Jeff after Jeff cheats and whatever. Then he beats Keith Lee. Then he loses to Keith Lee tonight. Why? What the hell is the point of this? This is beyond retarded. Keith Lee and Kross come off to me like a couple of retards. So Keith Lee and Cross are dead to me, and I couldn't give a shit. Then Reginald comes out and does some kind of Cirque du Soleil, which, by the way, his music was literally the Somebody Call My Mama music sped up. He came out to the freaking Funkadactyls music, but sped up. Listen to this song.
Rags to riches story. There's no doubt Reggie has got.
We got to go back, I think, because
Carmella needed a French.
we got to go back a little bit. His entrance. Listen to this music. It's the Funkadactyls song sped up.
What? That you only see in cartoons, but this is real life.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the 24/7 champion.
Dude, this is the goddamn Funkadactyls music. Again, this is the fourth black person Vince has given this song to. Bro. It's always someone dancing. It's always someone dancing, isn't it?
Everybody said he wants his baby back. R-Truth is about to compete, but he's also simultaneously mic'd up. This kid.
Oh, he's trying to be extra.
Call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Someone call my mama. Somebody call my mama. I mean, dude. Bro.
7 champion. Now, because Reggie is now the 24/7.
I mean, is this his song? Has this always been his song? Oh, yeah, this was his song before. By the way, that didn't fit him at all. That made no sense. Bing, ding, ding. Like, what was that? Like, this is... And listen, WWE has had horrible music, right? Since the people left, the CFO left. They've had terrible music. But this is another generic music song thing, like Roman Reigns' theme. But at least this fits him more. The like that at least like gives him the flow that we're looking for. Because Vince, I love it. Oh, when you shuck and jive, I love it. Yeah, I gotta learn shuck and jive. Oh yeah, like Little Richard. Because Vince McMahon loves that. Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon only knows black people from the 50s, the 60s, and the 40s, right? Because, and listen, this is natural. You guys ever been are you guys, if you're listening, are you white or black or whatever? Like, you ever been in a group of your black friends and then like you kind of don't like white people, you don't really hang out with them, and you're just used to people like you, more like you. Yeah, you got some white friends kind of, but like, like somebody to get in your group or like a group of white people to get a black guy in the group, the thing that breaks the ice is somebody is entertaining. Right? You ever think that way? People are like this, the sort of like, not racism, but I mean like people stick to their own groups and people more like them, Hispanic, whatever you are out there. We were all, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody has different groups like this. And, the white guy walks by and you're like, the fucking dork. These people are, white guys, fucking white guys. But then there's that one guy who's like fucking hilarious. And you're like, dude, listen, man, I know we don't hang out, but Mark is funny as fuck, dude. You ever heard him do his impression? And the next thing you know, like Mark is invited into the group, right? Even though he's like weirdly, like doesn't, you're just like, oh, he's funny. He entertains us, so he can join the group. And now he becomes, and you realize, oh, we're really like each other. We're really all alike, aren't we? That's, people do that in different groups. And it always takes something like that to be like, oh, you come into our group. It happens in groups all the time. And it's not racism, it's just tribal nature of people. Well, Vince McMahon grew up watching all these entertainers because back then, you guys know what I mean, way back when there was slavery and when we came out of slavery, one of the only ways for a lot of African Americans to make a living, like they would make it an entertainment because Hollywood loved to use them. Get out there and entertain everybody. So Vince has this like fucking... Oh, that like this. Oh, when I see a black guy, I think of entertaining. Oh, get a fucking dive. Oh my God, I gotta. That dude, that is that is Vince. You know, that's why Vince gets now it's not a negative, it's just clearly that's why Vince has, and he's already a carny kind of, right? He's only been a carny guy. That's what he's like, bro. He's like, "Oh yeah, like I can tell you something." So he loves the dancing, he loves the entertainment factor, but he also loves it with white people too. So people always go to this race thing that, oh, you know, shuck and jive, Vince, get out there and dance. You know, but it's just he's got a particular stereotype for everybody, you know, and he has to, it's for everybody, you know what I mean? Just he gets that way with everybody, but there's a certain group that everybody fits into that certain stereotype that he's got. Little Mighty Mouse, Mickey Mouse, everyone's a fucking Mickey Mouse character, whatever the fuck it is with Vince, you know, he's got a penchant for like that sort of style. That particular taste, whatever it is about Vince, you know, I don't know, but he's got it. We all know it. There's something about that, but he's also, but it's hard to say. It's hard to, I'm trying to defend him like in a way, but I don't know how to, I don't know how to defend him, man. But you know, it's like when, it's like if you're it's like in any group, right? Forget race, for like karate class. You're all a karate class. Hi-ya! And like you're like, yeah, we don't hang out with the kids who play basketball because we're a karate class. But one of the kids who plays basketball does a hilarious impersonation of like, you know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, and like people are like, oh, he sounds just like Arnold. Oh, he's funny. Get over here. Like, we gotta talk to him. And all of a sudden you're welcomed into the group. I mean, that's what it's like. I don't know what Vince is doing. I don't understand it. Another another exciting dancing guy. Reginald is pretty awesome though with that intro. I mean, he did this little kind of shuffling feet thing that he did, and then he ran in and did his little dive over the top rope that was nuts. I mean, he's making who was the mask guy that did that? Do you guys remember? Fuck, I'm dying or something, man. I can't remember anybody. Cirque du Soleil, Del Sol, somebody like that. I don't know. Del Sol something. Dickhead of the Sun. Sin Cara. That was, yes. He made Sin Cara look like ass tonight with that entrance. Like he just shit on Sin Cara tonight with that entrance. And then we have to see Reggie jump and leap all over the place. Kofi Kingston's gimmick is gone from the Royal Rumble. It's been given to Reggie. Obviously, Reggie, whatever he is going to enter into the Royal Rumble, and he's going to do like a triple Lutz Sow Cow diving fucking mongoloid flip off the top rope to the outside to stay alive, stay in the match. And, so goodbye, Kofi Kingston. You lost your acrobatic thing in the Rumble. This guy's going to take it over, obviously. I thought the whole thing was weird. I'm just so stupid as fuck. Charlotte comes out dressed like in Cruella de Vil outfit. I like that. This was the best match of the night. Charlotte was the best match of the night with Nikki ASH Hole. So, I don't know, 6.5, 7 out of 10 match. I don't know, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. That was the best match of the night, I guess. Then the next thing, the best thing of the night was Goldberg's promo, which still wasn't that good, but I guess that was the best. I give that a 5 or 6. So for Goldberg, it was something. And then everything else that happened to me was a waste of fucking time. That's Monday Night Raw. A big, fat waste of time. It is unfathomable that that's the show. That is the 3-hour show. That's your 3-hour show. Where is the Karrion Kross stuff going? We'll never know. You know what I would have done with Karrion Kross? I would have had him cut a promo on how I would have had the WWE say, we don't know where Jeff Hardy's been. He cheated in a match to win. Yes, it's true. He did get the victory over the NXT champion. Karrion Kross should have been in the backstage where he assaults somebody and beats the living crap out of them because somebody said he's walking by and somebody says, yo, man, the NXT champ's here. Oh, yeah, didn't he get beat by Jeff Hardy? And then Kross should have stopped and his eyes should have opened and then he should have turned. Then he should have beat the shit out of this guy. And then he should have just eviscerated this guy in the back and then kept going to the ring where he then has a match with somebody that he beats in like 30 seconds. And then they make mention of Jeff Hardy's missing. We don't know what happened to Jeff Hardy. And I would have Karrion Kross pick up the microphone and he would say, you know, I heard them say that they don't know where Jeff Hardy is. They don't know why Jeff Hardy isn't on the show. Well, I know why Jeff Hardy isn't here tonight. Because he made a mistake. He made a big mistake. And then you cut away, and we don't know where Jeff Hardy is. And now you can sort of try to retcon this that, okay, Jeff Hardy, cheated to win, and nobody cheats Karrion Kross, and comes out to tell about it. I don't know, some bullshit like that. But instead, as stupid, as regular as that story that I'm making up is, instead, it's just Keith Lee and Kross exchanging 50-50 wins on TV. Why? Then I would have Keith Lee go out and squash somebody. I'd have Keith Lee go out and squash somebody. Then wouldn't it be funny if Keith Lee started calling himself Daddy Bear? Maybe Daddy Bear's going to have to go out and kill somebody. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. No, I would probably not have Keith Lee on the show at all tonight. I wouldn't have had Keith Lee on the show. Or I would have done something in the back with Keith Lee potentially. But yeah, Karrion Kross gets on the microphone after 1 hour of opening the show with, folks, Jeff Hardy was advertised to be here several months ago and weeks ago even. So we do apologize to the Chicago fans watching. We don't, we're not 100% sure exactly what happened to Jeff. We haven't heard from him all day, and we've reached out to his family. And I would even play it up like you don't know where Jeff Hardy is. I would play that up. There were rumors that he had COVID or something else happened, but that's not true. And honestly, we're just saying this on the air so that if someone knows anything, they can come forward and please contact the proper WWE officials. And you're like, holy shit, something's going on with Jeff Hardy. Something's really going on with Jeff Hardy. Holy shit. And you're like, this is more than the COVID thing or whatever. Oh, my God, what the fuck's going on? And then later on, they're like, yeah, folks, sorry, still no word on Jeff Hardy. We hope everything's okay, and we hope to update you next week. Or at some point, hopefully stay tuned on WWE.com and everything. Anyway, back to and then an hour later when Kross comes out and beats a guy in 30 seconds as the NXT champion. I'm the NXT champion. And everybody tonight has been saying, what happened to Jeff Hardy? What happened to Jeff Hardy? I know what happened. He made a mistake. He made a big mistake. What the hell does that mean? What the hell what did Kross do? Did he do something to Jeff Hardy? Well, I don't know. I don't know. And at least that's something, right? Isn't that something better than fucking, me and Keith Lee now, 50-50. Ah! I lose to Jeff Hardy. He cheats. I beat Keith Lee. He beats me. It doesn't matter. Just do something with story quickly and get out of there. Add to a story, get out of there. Now you've got the thing in everybody's head about where's Jeff Hardy? What are they talking about? Wait a minute. Is he really something's wrong with Jeff Hardy in real life? What the hell's going on? Have Beth, Jeff Hardy's wife, tweet out. If anybody knows anything, please DM me. Like, oh my God, it's real. Something's wrong with Jeff Hardy. They wouldn't even do that, though, would they? They're parties! I want Keith Lee to start calling himself Daddy Bear. It'd be great. Yeah, Daddy Bear's going to have to get him some. I know he has COVID, Willie. Oh, they said he has COVID? They can clear that up. They can clear that up easily by saying, Jeff Hardy was supposed to return to action here tonight. But something else is going on here. He's cleared protocol, and so we don't know what's going on. Just whatever. Just build that into like the very beginning of Raw. The very beginning of Raw is, WWE disavows anything that you may hear. We just want Jeff to be okay. Jeff, if you're watching, please reach out to somebody at one of the officials at WWE. And, oh, my God, why would they start Raw like that? And then go into the Goldberg stuff. And now you've got that weird thing going on. The Goldberg stuff starts, and then an hour in, Cross comes out, and then he delivers the news that he's got something to do with where Jeff Hardy is. And now you're like, oh, it's a work, holy shit. But still, that's interesting. Where is that going to go? Cross beats a guy in 30 seconds. Cross delivers that story news. Now you got stories stacking. Instead, it's just 50-50 booking that goes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Why? We'll never know.
Kate Welsh, glad you back from the DC Clan rally, and Shell, if you screwed Chris Jericho and he came in, you it would be okay cause you're old and your eggs are fried from all the cocaine and pounding him. Just kidding. And I saw Colonel Santos hanging from a tree.
Oh, God. I would have had Bobby Lashley spit on Goldberg's son, too, by the way. I would have had Bobby Lashley look him up and then be like, look at you. Look at you. Oh, my, like Goldberg's kid's like, oh, what? You spit on my son, you son of a bitch. That would have added a little more to it. Spit on him.
Shit bomb!
Spit on Goldberg's kid.
You become
Much better.
a shit bomb.
Sir Joseph Pesci. Or Pesci. Sir Joseph Pesci. I pray to Joe Pesci like George Carlin. Seems to work out pretty well. George Carlin was right. Sir Joe Pesci, thank you so much. So, these are all little ideas that add a little bit, I believe, to these shows. I would have Johnny Drip Drip in a ladder match against Ricochet. I would have gone back to that rivalry. He sprays Ricochet in the eyes at the beginning of the night. And when he sprays Ricochet in the eyes, Ricochet goes, oh, God. And then have Corey Graves say, look at Ricochet, man. This guy is so soft. He gets sprayed with water and he acts like his whole world's ending or whatever. And and then Johnny Drip Drip goes, how you like that, Ricochet? Yeah, Daddy Drip Drip put a little Tabasco sauce in the drip stick tonight. How you like that, Ricochet? And Ricochet's like, and like, oh, did you like he put something in that drip stick? There was something in the drip stick. And then Ricochet demands a match with Johnny Dripstick or whatever the hell. And Johnny says, all right, we'll have a match, but I'll only have a match with you. You can only have a match with the king of wetness, with the drip daddy. if you agree that if you lose the match, Ricochet, then for the next week on Raw, you're going to have to push around The Miz and be The Miz's butler or be The Miz's servant or whatever like that. And you're going to have to kiss my dripstick in front of the entire WWE audience, Ricochet. And Ricochet's like, I'll agree to that match as long as you agree to have it take place in a ladder match and we hang the dripstick from the ceiling, and whoever wins the match, if I win the match, you can never, ever make a reference or bring that dripstick out on Monday Night Raw ever again. Oh. Now we got a match on Raw next week. Ricochet versus Johnny Morrison in a dripstick on a pole match, motherfucker. In a ladder match, hanging the dripstick from the ceiling. And Ricochet's got problems with his vision, and he's pissed. So if Ricochet loses, he's got to push The Miz around next week on Raw and be his butler. And at the end of the night, or at some point, kiss Johnny's dripstick in the middle of the ring, in front of the entire audience. That's hilarious to me. Please do this. And it's a mid-card or lower mid-card hilarious story to me. I'm into this right now. I'm getting jerking off thinking about it. And of course, Johnny Drip Drip isn't going to lose because Johnny needs to have his dripstick. So Ricochet is going to have to lose, but he's going to lose because, I don't know, if something nefarious has to happen, maybe. Maybe The Miz can grab him. Maybe something happens. Maybe John Morrison pulls out a dripstick from in his pants so the two are fighting on the ladder. They have a good match, right? They have a great match, all this stuff. And at some point, The Miz hands Johnny Drip Drip, a dripstick, and he stuffs it in his pocket. And as they're climbing the ladder, they're exchanging punches on the top of the ladder, and they're both reaching for the dripstick, and it waves around in the air, and they're punching, and they're firing, and they're going back and forth. And then as Johnny Morrison, he reaches into his pants, pulls out a dripstick, and boom, he shoots Ricochet in the eyes, and Ricochet falls off the ladder. And Johnny Morrison pulls down the dripstick and then celebrates with both dripsticks in the air. And next week, it's Ricochet as the butler / has to kiss the dripstick in the middle of the ring. And basically, after having to be the butler of The Miz for the entire night, Ricochet has to kiss the dripstick in a sexual, it's kind of sexual, right? Johnny Morrison holds the dripstick out kind of sexually. Not too much, though, because it's a PG show, but he holds it kind of, and, and so Ricochet has to get down on his knees, and he kisses the dripstick like he's supposed to, but it's really awkward. You don't think he's going to do it, and he finally has to do it. And then Johnny Drip Drip laughs, and he goes, well, now, Ricochet, there's only one more thing left to do. Now you got to suck and drink from the dripstick. And now the crowd goes, ooh, boo, what? Like there's a groan in the crowd, like, ooh. And Ricochet's like, man, I think you got enough, man. That's not what we agreed upon. Oh, well, you should have read the contract then, Ricochet. And that's when, from behind, Sheamus clocks Ricochet in the back of the head. And now they're holding Ricochet. And Johnny Morrison is like, you're going to drink from the dripstick, you son of a bitch. Like, and now they're holding his head and forcing it. And he's going to squeeze the dripstick down his throat. But out comes Damian Priest to save the day and everything. I don't know. I'm being very strange right now and going on. Oh my God. What is wrong with us? What's wrong with me? Something really wrong with me. But yeah, man, that would have been more enjoyable tonight had they done that. And I'm just thinking out of my ass, out of nowhere right now. I wish I was at this point in WWE so I could look at the story, look at what they're doing, and say, listen, the audience needs a little bit more stuff going on. Week-to-week stories that continue every week, but in a good way with progress. These 50-50 booking matches aren't good. They need to stop. And now I'm going to go to the donations again. I missed a couple. Let me just get to the ones I missed here real quick. Just take me 1 second to pull it up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to make weird noises while I pull it up, and then I grab the thing, and then I grab the link, and then I paste the number, and then I sing to myself like this, and everybody in the chat thinks I'm crazy, and they're right. It's Rob, or Robes. What's up, brother? Cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch. Fuck Karen, suck my dick. Fuck cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch. 'Cause Karens are shit.
Thanks, Joe, for after Raw/pay-per-view entertainment.
Oh, wow, that was a female Indian accent. That's amazing. I love that read. That was a great read. Thank you so much for that $15. That's sick, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. I think Shell is the top donator tonight. Shout out to Shell. No Jake tonight. I'm jealous of Jake. Jake, this was the night to not be here. I mean, I know you suffered in doctors' rooms all day, but man, thank God Jake didn't have to watch this. Thank God he didn't watch it, and he didn't have to watch it. In fact, everybody make sure you tweet him, don't watch it. Because if he's thinking about watching it so he knows what to talk about on my show, don't do it, Jake. There is no reason to watch it. In fact, just listen to this review instead. It's 1 hour and 21 minutes so far. Save yourself the other hour and a half. There's no reason whatsoever to watch this. Jake, if you're listening in bed somewhere, do not watch Raw. Screw that. There's no point. 100% trust me, don't do it. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. And I really got nothing else. I had a long day. Tomorrow I don't have anything major to do tomorrow, so I'll be back to podcasting. I'll be live streaming in the day, and then maybe
He might be sleeping, or he might be creeping.
Oh my God!
His ass might be leaking. He's wearing Depends, forgetting his pen, forgetting his friends. Is this how it ends? But we'll still pretend that Biden can defend. With a weekend in bias, no matter what they say, he can make them talk today. Here he goes, and he's away. He's friends with all of the Nazis.
That's right, he's backed by all the big bankers. And he's drilling again, everybody. We're fracking again, and we're bombing brown people.
Bring back LaMelo Ball and have them say beat that N-word ass.
Yeah, they need to bring back LaMelo Ball. Z-Freeze, what up, Z-Freeze? We mentioned that earlier tonight. Bring back Ball and let him just drop the N-bomb again. Z-Freeze, thanks for the $10. Shout out to Joe Biden, fracking again and bombing brown people. He's back to bombing brown people. That's right. Joe Biden, you probably voted for him. Worse than Trump, criticize less than him. Man, you got to love the presidents of the United States. Man, hey, Joe Biden, how you doing? Where's all that free health care? Where's that health care at? Not happening. How's the border? How's the kids in cages doing? Not going to talk about it. Sorry. Sorry, I just lost my mind there for a minute. I wish I could be president. Joe Biden, he just wants everybody to pay their fair share. Unless, of course, you look into his state of Delaware and how you can register as a corporation there and save a bunch of money like Jeff Bezos did. But if you tell the American people, I just want people to pay their fair share, you sound like a good guy. Welcome to politics, where they lie to your face and you cheer for them. Sorry, I'm very angry at Biden today. Do you guys remember when I would get angry at Trump for some things, like sometimes? I'm very angry at the president right now. I mean, like, I'm very angry at the country. I'm getting more angry every day at the country for voting for these people. I'm getting more furious every day. It started with George Bush when we elected George Bush a second time, and I said, okay, we just literally elected this guy again. Are we sure? Joe Biden and Obama dropped more bombs on brown people than Bush. How is that possible? So I've been watching a lot of and reading a lot of the stats that are going on with the political stuff in America, and this country's fucking insane because we won't vote for a new independent person. We just keep voting for these fucking idiots.
We got a new member.
Hector
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh my god, I'm hard for the new member.
Okay, that Hector Gutierrez. What up with the 21 months? Thank you, Hector, for the 21 months. I appreciate it, brother. What's going on, dude? Danny MT is going back to Russia. Not a bad idea, dude. I would head back there as soon as possible. What up, Caveman Chris? I do not have a tinfoil hat on. Everything I said was true, so it's not a tinfoil hat. Go look up Somalia. But if you want to keep putting on your invisible, weird hat that protects you from the truth, and you just spout out bullshit, like, go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna sit here with my truth hat on and tell the truth. You may not like the truth, because people that tell the truth are always shit on. You know what I mean? That's why Jesus was killed, and that's why Lenin was probably killed by a psycho. That's why JFK was killed. John F. Kennedy was killed because he was like, "No, let's not pretend Cuba attacked us. Oh, I'm dead now." Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. The reality is we're bombing a lot of brown people right now. You can look it up. Look up Somalia. I do have a tinfoil hat, though. That is true. I have one in my closet. It's hidden away. Raw is so boring, and wrestling is so boring that the world's politics right now are more exciting. Like, it's insane. We are crazy. Ric Flair is gone. Ric Flair is gone. I wish Jesse Ventura would just run. I wish I would run for president if I could make the primaries. The fact of the matter is they wouldn't elect me because of my massive dick. I have a massive dick. Vince McMahon knows about it. Nobody else does, though. But it's massive. I can't even do him anymore. My voice is so jacked up I can't do him anymore. Danny MT is going back to Russia. The world is more kayfabe than wrestling. That's true. What up, Shell? What up, Antoine? I don't know. I'm out of things to say about wrestling. I'm out. Ric Flair is going to. Ric Flair is probably. Ric Flair probably just wants to do a porn. What if Ric Flair was signing on to do a porn for like $5 million? Ric Flair. What do they call it? Space Mountain? Ric Flair in Space Mountain. And he's like, woo, woo, woo. And she's like, so you're the 16-time champ, huh? woo, baby. Like, and then she's like, ah, like, and it's like, that's, it's like Sunny, but with Ric Flair instead, and it makes way more money somehow. Ric Flair bears it all. Sexline Cinema presents Space Mountain. Or they probably couldn't say that because Disney or whatever, but they would call it like Flair, like the Flair coaster, or the, Rick Mountain, or Ric Flair's spaceship launch, or something, something weirdly, or like four horsewoman, or whore horsewoman, and they're like all those 4 women that do them in the video. Woo! Like they paid him $5 million, and since Vince was only paying him like $400,000 for a Legends contract, or whatever he was getting paid, $200,000 for a Legends contract, he's like, nah, I'm gonna do $5 million in this porn. Woo Mountain, there you go. Woo Mountain. Ric Flair in Woo Mountain. I haven't seen the Halo gameplay stuff yet. I haven't had the time the last couple days. I wish, though. I got to check it out. I can't have a tinfoil hat because I hate all the politicians. That's the thing. I hate all the politicians. So I don't have a tinfoil hat because I literally hate them all. I hate them all. I can find something wrong with almost every one of them. I can't find a politician that there's nothing wrong with, or that there's even some not wrong with, or even half not wrong with. I can't find a good person that I like, so I hate them all. Every one of them. There's nobody good. Nobody good. You know what I can't stand? When somebody always thinks that their guy's the good guy, or their guy, this one's worse, though. That one is definitely worse, though. Fuck yourself. You're the reason why the country sucks. So that's why I go off on these rants. I hate them all. I hate them all. Almost all of them. I don't think it's hard to find one that I like. I can find times where different ones have good points that I like, and then other times I hate them. But man, most of them garbage. Like, not normal people. That's why none of them are normal people, almost any of them. Didn't Pornhub comment on the Lana Bobby thing? Yeah, they might have. I don't remember. I'm sure WWE wasn't happy about it. By the way, Hector Gutierrez, thank you. 21 months in a row. That's nuts. That's 21 months of membership down below. Thank you to the people who also re-upped their Patreon, man. Thank you for letting me be a psycho, by the way. Thank you. For that, for hanging out with me tonight on this review of this just terrible show tonight, and then listening to me rant about whatever I rant about, which I don't know anything because I'm a moron. So at least you can feel better knowing you know more than I do for sure. Shout out to JCS Footrub, who became a $10 VIP patron. Shout out to JR Ford III, who's upped his pledge to $2. Brian Jardine, and Marcellus Epperson for becoming a $5 patron. And man, dude, Humble to Be went from the $10 VIP to the $25 producer spot. Thank you so much, Humble. I don't know how many producers are coming back this month, so that's huge. But for all the people that do come back in the next day or two, I know sometimes it takes a while to update. I will be making the new producers list and getting that out there every show. And talking about it. I'll have podcasts out tomorrow on Patreon and here live on YouTube. And that's about it. I think I've rambled on just about as much as I could. And that's about it. Yeah, I did. I definitely did miss it, Drew, because I can't really deal with your scumbaggery. So... No Riker versus Ellis. No nothing. Chicago sucks. Put him on a timeout there. There we go. Jim saw it. What up, Jim?
I'm coming for you.
Hit me up on Twitter at JCS Commentary. Dewdrop versus Earthquake. That'd be funny. David Von Hinsenberger. Thank you for the comment. What's up? Everybody just wants to see AEW in Chicago. Wait till AEW's in Chicago in a couple of weeks. Man, I am dying to see that Rampage now, right? Who's ready for that? That's what I'm ready for. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later. You shoot me?
Joe, I swear to God, if you don't stop, I will shoot you, Joe Cronin.